but it's time for a new segment on the show.
New segment
With spring training already started. Camp has opened up, and all the pitchers and catchers and position players have now reported to either Florida or Arizona for their opening camp. It's baseball season.
It's baseball.
So, and I know the majority of our audience is not necessarily baseball fans, so we're going to keep this one short. We're going to call this the 6-4-3 segment, which means we got 6 minutes and 43 seconds to recap a little bit of baseball. So we go ahead and get a stopwatch going, and so here we go. Okay, let's first start off with the World Baseball Classic. The World Baseball Classic is starting March 7th through the 21st.
That is correct. Looks like there's a couple different locations it's going to be played in. Miami, Florida is Pool D. Phoenix, Arizona is Pool C. Those teams include USA, Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and Great Britain.
Okay, so where's Pool C playing?
Pool C is going to be playing in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, so the teams to watch out in Arizona is going to pretty much be the U.S.
I mean, even Mexico, Colombia. I'm not sure how the Canadian or Great Britain baseball teams are.
No, let's talk about their hats, by the way. Almost everybody in that section right there, their hats are terrible.
Terrible hats?
Terrible hats.
Yeah, I might have to watch just for the hat.
Looking at the hats, Draftnik Mark on YouTube did a fantastic job of rating all the hats. And yeah, everybody in Pool C has just got terrible hats. Pool D, Puerto Rico, they have awesome hats. But anyway, so out of Pool C, who do you see coming out of there? USA or Mexico, basically, is who I really see coming out of that one.
Obviously, I'm cheering for USA.
Right. Pool D, we got Puerto Rico, Venezuela, the DR, Israel, and Nicaragua. That one's going to be tough. The top 3 in that one, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and the DR are going to be players for sure.
Yeah, and that one's played in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
So
good.
I think Dominican Republic's good. Yeah, they're coming
DR.
out, man. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's going to be between DR and Puerto Rico. I think those are the two powerhouses coming out of that
for
division.
sure.
Pool A, we've got Chinese Taipei, and we also have the Netherlands, Cuba, Italy, and Panama.
Played in Taichung, Taiwan.
Yeah, I don't see anybody but Cuba coming out of that one right there.
I'm telling you, man, all those Latin America countries, they got some players. I don't know.
Yeah.
Japan's got, well, but yeah, never mind.
They're not even in that.
They're not even in that. They're not quite in that
They're
one
not
yet.
that one yet.
We're in the next pool. Okay, so Pool B.
Pool D. Pool B, yes.
Pool B. Why didn't we start at Pool A?
We should have. We went the other way.
I
It's
started
closer to me on your notes, so I just started there. But anyway, so Pool B, we've got...
we got Japan, Korea, Australia, China, and the Czech Republic.
Okay,
That one's played in Tokyo, Japan.
Okay. So one more thing on the hats. Australia's hat looks a lot like the Oakland A's hats, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. China's hat looks pretty baller. Japan's kind of a letdown, but anyway. So who do you think comes out of Pool B?
Japan, man.
Japan?
Japan can play.
Yeah?
I think so.
I think it's going to be between Japan and China. Korea, there's some good Korean players coming out nowadays. I'm basically judging this based off of the international talent that comes to the MLB, by the way. So my knowledge on international baseball is not very great, so you're going to have to give me a pass on that one. But where are the semifinals and finals held, do you know?
Looks like the quarterfinals for Pools A and B are going to be held in Tokyo, Japan. And then the quarterfinals for Pool C and D are going to be in Miami, Florida. So obviously the Pool C teams will have to travel over to Miami.
Okay.
The semifinals for everything will be held in Miami, Florida. And then the championships as well will also be held in Miami, Florida.
Okay, wow, all right. Sounds
Should
good.
be an exciting week and a half of baseball.
Yeah, the only problem I have with the World Baseball Classics is there's too many players for Team America that are backing out because they're not allowed to. A perfect example is Clayton Kershaw. You know, he's coming towards the end of his career. He signed on to be with Team Baseball, but for insurance reasons, he's not allowed to play.
So this is kind of like the FIBA tournament of USA basketball.
Exactly.
Is that kind of what this is?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So it's not played every year. And,
every 4, just like FIBA is.
Yeah, 4 years from now, Clayton Kershaw's probably not going to be pitching anymore, so this was really his last shot to really do it. So it's unfortunate, but that's going to be the real story. How many players from the MLB for Team USA are actually going to be able to play?
Right.
So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Corbin Burns, let's talk a little bit about that. That's
Brewers pitcher.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
So he was, he went to arbitration with the Brewers Obviously, he was challenging. He was saying that they owed him $10.75 million. The Brewers ended up winning. He's going to make $10.01 million. I mean, that's a difference of $740,000 this year.
Which is ridiculous for an MLB team to worry about that much.
Yeah. I mean, he was noted saying that he was pretty upset that the team didn't go about it very respectfully, and he even made a comment saying that their relationship was definitely damaged.
Wow.
So, I was just going to kind of ask you, like, do you think the trade's inevitable with that kind of situation, or?
Depends on where they're at the trade deadline. I think that if they don't move him before opening day, if the Brewers are in the hunt, they'll keep him.
Yeah.
But if not, yeah, he's definitely gone. There's a lot of talk about him being traded last year before the trade deadline. So.
Right.
I
mean, and then the other question is, if he does play, does he keep giving everything every single game? Obviously, he's still got a future payday. He's a pretty young pitcher. Does he keep putting his best foot forward and try to get that big payday?
Yeah, in the same article that you mentioned, he's there. He's still there for his team. He's still there for the players on his team. He's still there for the coaches who have no say in this, in this arbitration case. So I think he's still going to go out there and play for his team and play for that contract. But absolutely, yeah, it's not a good look. Not a good look, Milwaukee. Not a good look.
Yeah, I mean, as far as just the franchise, I mean, the Brewers just released Lorenzo Cain in June. And,
oh wow!
I mean, he had reported that he'd had some issues with the Brewers front office and upper management. So
wow,
kind of makes you think, is there problems with higher up in that franchise?
And that was the 6-4-3 on the dot, on the money.
That was excellent, bro.